In today's show, we're going to be taking a look at a brand new Nintendo Game Boy game, and this is a very, very special RPG available on Kickstarter now. My name's Mike, and this is the Retro Gamer Boy Show. Welcome back to the Retro Gamer Boy Show, and today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new Nintendo Game Boy game. Now, I love the original Game Boy, one of my all-time favourite handheld consoles, and the game that we're taking a look at today is called Glory Hunters. Now, Glory Hunters is currently on Kickstarter, and there's only a few pennies left needed to get it fully funded. So what's Glory Hunters' backstory? Well, Glory Hunters is about a story where a planet is facing certain doom. Knights from all over the realm have gathered in one town looking to get the blessing of the gods. Those that are lucky to earn the blessing of the gods may have a chance of averting this catastrophe. And these knights are called Glory Hunters. Now, the game is an action RPG in a similar vein to The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. The world is also similarly structured, with an overworld that's teeming with NPC characters to talk to, monsters to fight, and bushes to cut. And there are also roguelike dungeons to explore. But whilst Glory Hunters shares and is inspired by a classic Nintendo title, it's also its own game with some very unique mechanics. The game's biggest USP is that currency and progression is earned by unlocking and discovering achievements. Now, this sounds abstract, but it's actually really intuitive and insanely addictive. You see, you can earn achievements by performing certain actions within the game. If you've ever played the Ratchet & Clank series, you'll know what I mean. You don't? Okay, let me give you an example. One of the first achievements you unlock is by cutting 5 bushes. Once you've done this, you earn the game's in-game currency. You can then use this to buy items and unlock access to new areas of the map. Achievements are also hidden, and just like in Ratchet & Clank, you have to figure out what they could be. Some are easy and are earned as you progress through the game, like talk to 5 people. These simple ones can be earned multiple times, with each having a different achievement title and are awarded at different milestones, like talk to 10 people. Others are discovered through exploration, investigation, or through persistence. It's really a great system as it pulls you into the world and encourages you to explore. Now, whilst the glory system is a big part of the game, this game isn't a one-trick pony. The game also has, from what I've played so far, a robust quest object system. This is where a character requires an object and you need to get this object from another character, who in turn will only give it to you if you do or find something for them. There are a ton of mini-games that complement the story or are key to the progression of the design. There are dungeons to explore and a decent smattering of random enemies to kill. The game also allows you to choose your path. There are 4 gods, and any one of them can help you defend against the planet's doom. Which one you use is up to you, and once you've completed it with one god, you can play a new game and try to find a new god. It's possible to unlock all the gods in a single playthrough, although this is described as for hardcore players only. If that wasn't enough, there's also a card trading game, quest companions, armor upgrades, weapon upgrades. It apparently has the largest world map of any Game Boy game ever, well over 1,000 achievements to unlock, and a ton of secrets to discover. The game sports on-cartridge SRAM saves, so this means no battery needed, which is great as you'll need this to complete the 6 chapters, which may increase depending on how the Kickstarter goes. And with over 20 hours of gameplay, you're not likely to finish this in a single sitting. Now, it'd be great if you can help me build this channel and bring more brand new games to our old classic consoles. You can do this by sharing the video, hitting that like button, and of course, dropping down into the comments below and letting me know what you think of this brand new Game Boy game. Now, the physical cartridge will be compatible with the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Light, Game Boy Advance, and the Analog Pocket. And there's also a digital ROM for emulator fans. Visually, the game is looking great, and again, comparisons to Zelda's Link's Awakening wouldn't be out of place here. There's so much personality to the game, and the visual narrative storytelling is great. The world really feels alive with NPCs, villager houses, forests, swamps and temples. So much care and attention has gone into this world. Every pixel has been used to make an insanely detailed universe. I love all the little details like grass and stones on the floor, or statues and pillars that adorn ancient ruins. Animations are simple, and I would have loved to have seen just a little bit more in the dungeon's bosses. But the game is still in development, so there's still time. There's a ton of in-game and static screen cutscenes that really help tell the story and grow the world, and the game's UI is neatly laid out, sensibly designed for the limited amount of space you get on the Game Boy screen. Now for me, 𝗚𝗚𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃 is shaping up to be one of the better looking RPGs available for the Game Boy. Now the Game Boy has a mere 4 channels to create an immersive soundtrack, and 𝗚𝗚𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏s uses these to great effect, with audio tracks for the towns, dungeons and overworld. There's also a sprinkling of SFX for things like your sword attack. The music tracks are well scored and add a certain amount of ambience to the situations I've found my character in. They don't repeat often, and any repeat is not really noticeable as you move between towns, dungeons and the world with their different soundtracks. The indie dev scenes for retro gaming consoles is exploding. Nearly every week I'm able to bring you a brand new game for the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis, and we're seeing a ton of new games like this one, 𝗚𝗚𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏, coming out on the Nintendo Game Boy as well. Now if you've enjoyed this show and you're new to the channel, why not consider subscribing? You can do this by clicking on a little button just below this video. We make brand new retro gaming videos every single Monday, and so that you never miss one, make sure you also hit the little bell just below this video. Now if you can't wait until Monday, don't worry, because we have a huge back catalogue of retro gaming videos for you to enjoy, 2 of which you can watch over here.